Hello. Welcome to the Clifford Nicgorski Show. And I just hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing fine. I've been buzzing around Netflix, checking out all these different stupid shows. And they've got a bunch of new dating shows. I noticed that they're starting to insert a bunch of these shows where there's people with disabilities. And anytime they start doing stuff like that, sorry, I got a kombucha burp. That doesn't taste good. That's a bad batch right there. Blah. Anyways, there's these dating shows, and they're starting to put out disability dating shows. And it's funny because anytime that happens, there is something that goes through my head. I go, what? Why are there always the same kind of disabilities that get used? You know, like if somebody, like there's certain disabilities that are deemed sexy or ones that we can get on board with. You know, there's no dating show for people who have that syndrome where they get really puffy legs and they gotta like 2-3 hours a day lay on their back and keep their legs in the air because they get like puffy legs. I know James Blake's girlfriend has that. She's always posting about something new. She's like, now this week she's talking about, hey, I got puffy leg disease. So you don't see like no one's trying to do matchmaker situations with them. I noticed that as far as the senses are concerned, like blind, that's one that we can all get on board with. Like deaf, I'm trying to think of names for these shows. Hard of hearing. Yeah, there's shows like that. You know, even like autistic, they have like Love on the Spectrum. And it's funny though, because like they don't have like tasteless love, like people who lost the sense of taste. That's not interesting to us. That's not sexy. That doesn't get our interest. We don't care how those people are getting around. They're all just sitting there eating and trying to enjoy dinner with each other, but it sucks because neither of them can taste it. There's got to be some interesting dynamics going on there. Nobody cares about that. They don't have people who can't smell, you know. I don't know if that would be a good, you know, but that just doesn't interest us. So it's funny because in an effort to be all inclusive, we've just created people, like subcultures of people who are even feeling way more excluded. At least before it was like, hey, we don't want any of these weirdos, you know, people with disabilities, people who have autism. Like, we want attractive, drunk people on our dating shows. Successful people. Bitchy people. People with disorders, like personality disorders. But then when you start dipping into the world of like, hey, this person can't do this. Like, they don't have like the wheelchair of love. You know, they don't have I'm looking for wheel love. They don't have that stuff. And I think they should. You know, if include everybody. Why isn't that sexy? Like, there's no like dating show for like people who are amputees. I don't know. How much does true love cost? Well, around here it costs you an arm and a leg. I don't know. They just don't even touch it. Like with America's Got Talent or American Idol. There's gotta be somebody with who can sing like a goddamn angel, but their background story is too horrible. Like nobody wants to hear about it. Like some guy who was like a pervert, and then he went and got corrected. He's good now. He hasn't done any pervert activity. He's in full control. Or but there's got to be a guy who's comes out and he's just like, yeah, 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 and everyone's all excited. That was beautiful, beautiful. Everyone's hitting the buzzers. They love him. And then they get to the background story, and he's like, I killed my parents when I was 10 years old for no reason. I still don't know why. I just felt that I should. I killed my parents and my brother. And I went to jail. I learned to sing in prison. I did heroin. I raped people in prison, but only to protect myself and establish dominance. And now I made it out. It's beautiful. And I can sing like a goddamn angel. There's got to be someone in charge of deciding what story is too upsetting or not, Like, the priest who used to fondle me, he actually taught me how to sing. The one good thing he did was he taught me how to sing really good. So somebody's out there dictating. I only say that because we don't come across it. We don't come across brutal stories on these shows. Somebody's editing all that out. And they're like, we want sad, but not that sad. And I don't know. To me, that's disingenuous. It's like, you gotta if you hear a beautiful voice, they showed up for the competition, hear them out. They're human. And for whatever reason, the courts have decided they're free to walk amongst people. Let them sing. Let them win American Idol. Let them dance. So you think you can dance? Well, yeah, I do. Check this out. The guy's all over the place, dancing up a storm. Kind of hard to deny it. What happened? What's your background story? Well, it was a hard one. I used to watch the janitor make love to my best friend in the public school bathroom. But when he was in there doing this business, he would sing these opera songs. And I started singing. He had me as the lookout. And I didn't know any better because I was so young. I was in 4th grade. And, but to keep my mind occupied, I would sing along with him while he did his thing. And that's how I learned how to sing. But see, nobody wants that story. Like, hey, my dad used to beat my family and me unmercifully, and I would tune out by singing these songs to myself every day, and it got me through it. Now here I am. I feel like those guys aren't getting a chance to win, and they might need it more so than anybody. But rock and roll, baby. I think we should be more inclusive, and no matter what your background, no matter what you look like, no matter what your disability, they should have the puffy legs of love. Let them be. Let them have their chance to shine. They did their time. They don't know why they killed their parents and brother. But they don't want to kill anymore. And the parole officers agreed. And they're out. Fair and square. Let them sing. Let them have their own show. Let the people who can't smell anything, let them have a show. Let the people who are, who don't have the sense of touch, let them have a show. Let everyone have a show. We all deserve a show. All right. I'm going to leave you on that. Have a good day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is for you. All you guys, gals, lizards, dusty old cats. Have fun. I'm just doing some heavy thinking about life, society, and I figured I'd share this thought that I have. It's reoccurring. It's whenever I encounter a person with a bird on their shoulder, They're out in public, you see the lady, she's got her bird on her shoulder, and I always have to ask myself, I wonder if this is one of those situations where the souls switch place, they were walking down the street one day with the bird on the shoulder, and the lady gets hit. They both get hit by lightning, and the souls switch bodies. So I'm always eyeing them up. I'm like, I wonder if, because the lady would have to have the bird on her shoulder to tell her how to get through the day and stuff, because now it's the bird in the human's body. The bird's going around. The bird doesn't know what this lady's job is. She doesn't know any of that stuff. So the woman who's trapped in the bird's body has to go with the bird trapped in the human's body to work. Dates. They're going out on dates with guys. The bird's trying to squawking in her ear, telling her what to do, how to handle, because she's already been on a few dates. She really likes this guy, so she wants to keep him around. But unfortunately, the guy has no idea, and so she's over there telling her what to say, telling the bird as the woman what to say, squawking in the ear, and the bird as the woman starts to have her kind of own relationship with the guy and goes, I think I can handle this a little better than what this bird's squawking about. So at that point, she starts leaving the bird behind and just going out on the dates without the woman on her shoulder. So now this poor guy, he's out here, he's having sex with this bird trapped in a human's body. Is that bestiality? I don't know. You tell me. What if, the bird's a guy? It's a male bird trapped in a female human's body. Now this guy's having sex with a gay bird, and he has no idea. Jesus, what if the male bird was underage? Now this guy's having gay sex with an underage bird, gay bird. He's got no idea. He's just out there. What if science could prove it? What if he was able to prove, hey, there was a situation where the souls switched bodies. Could the guy now sue this bird with the woman in it, because he had no idea what he was doing? I don't know how the courts would handle this case, It's almost like a Benjamin Button thing. Benjamin Buttfuck. You know, because at some point that lady's having sex with a little kid, and it's like, hey, I thought the kid was 60 years old. I didn't know. Anyways, you're trying to explain this to them. So now this bird's out there having gay sex with all these guys, and they have no clue what they're partaking in. Anyways, I can't help but let my mind wander when I see that bird on the shoulder. Could it be that they've switched bodies? I don't know.